Three times Sowore saved Peter Obi, and how Peter Obi begged Sowore for support.
Can you support us? We are looking for money. I said, light and darkness can never meet.
Peter Obi called you
Yes.
when it was...
Sowore and Peter Obi both want a better Nigeria, even though their ideologies differ. Sowore's criticism of Peter Obi, especially during the campaign season, did not stop him from lending a helping hand to Peter Obi on a few occasions. At the end of this video, I will show how Peter Obi personally called Sowore to ask for his support during presidential elections, so stick around till the end.
Do you have personal grievance against Peter Obi?
Well, you guys say all the time, but I answer it this way. How can you have personal grievance against somebody that you have helped several times?
You have helped.
Yes. You want to hear it?
Please.
During the run-up to the 2023 presidential elections, Peter Obi had to decamp from the People's Democratic Party to the Labour Party, where he was immediately challenged by party hijackers after he emerged as the presidential candidate. Luckily for Peter Obi and the Labour Party, Omoyele Sowore had just gone through similar challenge, winning hijackers of his political party, the AAC, after 3 years in court. An hijack that was orchestrated while Sowore was detained for 6 months by the federal government. As fate would have it, the lawyer of Peter Obi's Labour Party was Femi Falana, SAN, a man who has been with and represented Sowore again and again pro bono. In fact, Sowore's story cannot be written or told without mentioning Femi Falana. Femi Falana appealed to Sowore, who then went on to obtain the court judgment of AAC's victory and gave it to Femi Falana to further Peter Obi's case, thus helping him emerge victorious.
Most recently, when he went to the Labour Party, he was in the Labour Party for less than 2 weeks before they organized their kangaroo presidential primaries. There was a faction of the Labour Party that took him to court. Most people didn't know. We also had a legal case in the Court of Appeal, which we won on June the 2nd. So I was reached, Mr. Femi Falana, who is my attorney, was also lawyer to the Labour Party in this faction. But he reached out to me in the middle of the night and said, "Do you get that copy of the judgment that showed that a judge should never have intervened in factional matters of party?" And I said, "I have." He said, "Can you send it to me? I want to use it to defend Peter Obi." And I sent it to him in the middle of the night. He went and presented it in court, and Peter Obi won against the faction that might have kicked him out of the presidential race.
Let me make another revelation, and this one involves our lawyers. When our party was hijacked, the AAC, from us, we went to court and spent 3 years. Inibehe defended us for those 3 years at the Court of Appeal. Brilliant guy! But this is what happened. Please let me finish. When the Labour Party ran into problem with a member of the Labour Party who insisted that the Labour Party cannot present the candidate of Dr. Okupe, they had a legal problem. We went and obtained the judgment with guts from the Court of Appeal and handed it over to SAN Falana to use it to defend the Labour Party and by extension Peter Obi's candidacy. To say, yes, just wait. I'm not telling you that we are in the business of saving people. Yes. Yes. And they won the case. They won the case based on our own victory at the Court of Appeal. Otherwise, Peter Obi may not be a candidate today, at least at the time I'm talking to you.
When Peter Obi was impeached as governor of Anambra State in 2006, his deputy, Mrs. Dame Etiaba, took over power to become the first female governor in Nigeria. However, after the courts gave a judgment nullifying Peter Obi's impeachment, Sahara reporters began doing what it does best, which is expose illegality and injustice. At this time, Sowore was actively involved with Sahara reporters and exposed how Mrs. Etiaba got in contact with Andy Uba, asking him to protect her from the court judgment, and how Uba got in touch with President Obasanjo, who asked the state assembly members to appeal the impeachment reversal. Sahara reporters also went further to expose how the State House of Assembly plans to remove the High Court judge who reversed Obi's impeachment.
When Obasanjo, who is not carrying Obi about, sent the Uba brothers to flush out Obi twice in Anambra State, he sent them to go and flush out Obi as governor twice in Anambra State. Sahara reporters saved the day. Barrister Femi Falana, on a daily basis, to come and say, I don't know Peter Obi, but we should not allow this injustice to pass. Nobody should be impeached. Wait now. Nobody should be impeached because of some ragtag persons and Obasanjo who is sitting in Ota. Obasanjo was impeaching everybody impeachable at that time in Nigeria. That was how Obi was able to complete 2 tenures. So when we speak, we know what we are saying.
Fast forward to 2007, and Mr. Andy Uba, a former domestic aide to ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo, was declared winner of a governorship election in Anambra State. Mr. Uba spent a mere 17 days on the seat before the Supreme Court removed him on June 14th. The court ruled that Governor Peter Obi, winner of the 2003 governorship election, but who claimed his office after almost 3 years, was still the legitimate governor until 2010. This was when Sahara reporters reported of last-minute efforts by Andy Uba to bribe the Supreme Court judges with $7 million each if he emerged victorious. In 2008 and 2009, Andy Uba filed 2 suits to reverse the Apex Court's verdict. And as usual, investigations by Sahara reporters in 2009 revealed how these justices of the Supreme Court were bribed by Uba and how they assured him of their determination to give him victory when an enlarged member panel sits to hear his appeal. Sahara reporters' sources also revealed that a majority of the members of the new panel, if not all, have already accepted an advance payment of bribes to rule that Uba should take over from Governor Obi without any new election. However, the panel scurried to adjourn the case indefinitely after Sahara reporters exclusively reported that Uba had purchased justices.
Andy Uba, who was Obasanjo's personal assistant, special assistant, was imposed on the state. He won the election. And they wanted to get the Supreme Court to give a judgment in support, to consolidate Uba's illegal governorship. We got hold of the information that they bribed the Supreme Court justice in Dubai. We did a story of Sahara reporters. They couldn't deliver the judgment in favor of Uba. Obi was reinstated. That's how he completed his tenure. I did that.
Now, for the time Peter Obi called Sowore to beg for his support.
In 2018, when I was running for the first time, he called me on the phone and from nowhere said, I'm running with Atiku. Can you support us? We are looking for money. I said, light and darkness can never meet.
Peter Obi called you
Yes.
when he was vice president.
When he was the vice presidential candidate to Atiku in 2018.
Oh.
So I'm just giving you.
I was asking for your support.
Yes, for Atiku. And I was running too at that time.
Oh.
And I said, I'm better than you both. Why would you be calling me to support a corrupt ticket? And he
Okay,
said,
because
and he hung up. But that was the last time I ever heard from him.